Today on StayCoppinKicks, have you hugged your feet today?
Sneaker boy, all about them sneakers, boy. Got all types you like, from Nike to Adidas, boy. Sneaker boy, all about them sneakers, boy. I keep a clean pair. Sneaker boy, all about them sneakers, boy. If you ain't on your grind in them lines, gonna miss them, boy. Sneaker boy, always getting sneakers, boy. If you ain't copping sneakers, then you ain't a sneakerhead, boy. Coppin' kicks, player, I stay coppin' kicks. I'm stacking up the boxes, man, and I can make them extras flip. That sneaker flip, watch me make them extras flip. Only pay $200 and I turn that to a couple grips. Sneaker man, catch me in all sneakers, man. Nike, J's, Adidas, Pumas, cause I'm getting sneakers, man.
Welcome to StayCoppinKicks. My name is ThatDudeCurtis. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me right now, and I appreciate that. If you like my content, please like and subscribe and share with your friends. And with that said, let's get started. So today we're going to look at two shoes that I recently picked up that just so happen to both have the 1991 feel, because that's around the time when they were both released. So the first one is a very important shoe to my sneaker history. It was my dad's favorite shoe ever. I probably drew pictures of this shoe 4, 5, 6 times when I was a kid, giving them to him. It was a shoe that I watched survive for 20 years as he, would pull it out, wear it, put it away, and it was his go-to shoe. And that is the Nike Air Huarache runner. Now this is the Nike Air Huarache, or as it was originally referred to as the Nike Air Huarache runner. And this is the original Scream Green colorway. When this shoe first came out, it was Tinker Hatfield's attempt at a minimalist model. He looked at the Mayans and the footwear they wore, which is where the term Huarache comes from, and he was trying to create a booty-like shoe that used fewer materials and had a lighter feel. When Nike actually came out with the shoe, they were concerned that it wouldn't sell before launch. So they actually set up pop-up shops at the New York Marathon and let the runners test it out there. And once it became a big hit, they released it, and the rest is history. Like I was saying before, this was always my father's favorite Nike shoe ever. I watched him wear the same pair of Huaraches for more than 20 years, and the fact that they survived that wear and tear was amazing. And he always loved the way it felt, the way it fit his foot, and it was just a shoe that he always swore by. And throughout the years, I've tried to get him Huaraches. A few years ago, when they re-released that OG colorway that he had, I tried to get that for him. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it, but I got him another pair. But he always said that the newer pairs didn't fit like the original. Now, in recent years, Nike has gone back to the drawing board on their retro models and tried to make them closer to the original fit. The Huarache is included in that. So this silhouette right here and this version of the Huarache is supposed to be more true to the OG. Now, just looking at it, I can see where it definitely shape-wise is a lot closer to what the OG is, especially if you look right here and the angle of where the toe box to the tongue and how that looks. If you look at more recent Huaraches, you'll see that it's flatter looking. So this one is definitely trying to, at least aesthetically, link closer back to the original shoe. Also, the materials on these definitely feel different from the more recent Huaraches. Over the last year, with the changes in the world and how everything was going on, one thing at my job, I was able to wear sneakers and dress more casually because we weren't seeing customers face to face as we normally would. So I took that as an opportunity to break out some of my sneaker collection into the work environment. One of the things I found myself doing was gravitating towards a pair of Huaraches I had. And that was the shoe that essentially became my day-to-day shoe outside of a pair of Air Jordan 1s that I wore as well. And this shoe definitely looks and feels different from the Huarache that I had. as well as it feels better. So I'm really excited to put some time into this. I think this is going to be a fantastic summer shoe. I love when you break in Huaraches and just how, like I said, how they feel on your foot. You know, the original tagline was, "Have you hugged your foot today?" And that's really how it feels. Every shoe that I have that introduces some sort of Huarache technology, from the Air Jordan 7s to the Nike Air Huarache basketball shoes, have always had an amazing feel. So really excited about this model and seeing how it works out for me. Now this next shoe is another model that I'm extremely excited about. It's also from 1991, and it has the lineage and the DNA of the cross-training series in it. And that was my absolute favorite series next to the Jordan models. The SC Trainer remains one of my all-time favorite retro releases. And I hope they continue to bring things like this back. So this is the 30th anniversary of this shoe. Recently, they released the OG colorways, which sold out instantly, but it seems that those resellers didn't realize that the market for this shoe is pretty small. So the prices have steadily come down. So you should be able to pick it up for around retail. Also, if you picked up what I'm about to show you, which is a non-OG color, you should be able to find those at your retail establishments at normal price, because they're going to continue to introduce more OG color or non-OG colorways. And that is this shoe, the Nike Air Structure. So the Nike Air Structure was created to help those who suffer from overpronation, which is an issue that a lot of people with flat feet have, where their ankles attempt to compensate for their fallen arches. As someone who has flat feet, that's something that I've always had to deal with. So there's been certain shoes that I couldn't wear or didn't fit as well. So the cross-training line was always one that never failed. It fit me just right. I remember there was a pair of Air Jordans. I want to say it was the Jordan 4s, but I could be wrong, that my dad tried to get for me, and unfortunately I couldn't fit them, or they did not fit my little child feet properly. So we went and got something from the cross-training line instead, and it fit much better, and I loved it just all the same. So this shoe right here, I really love this colorway. Again, I was planning to pick up the OG colorway because again, the OG is really fire colorway. It had some teal on it. It had some pink or infrared, and I really liked the way it looked. I also like this one a lot. So when the OG sold out and I saw these were still available, went ahead and pulled the trigger on these. What I really like about these, outside of the colorway, because the colorway is silver and black, reminds me of those Raiders SC trainers, will look great with a Raiders jersey, also will look great with Spurs paraphernalia. But just the old school nature of this shoe, the way the eyelets look, the way the outsole is designed, even with the Nike air bubble on the side and how it looks, there's just an aesthetic of that time frame that, for me, it's timeless. For a lot of people, it's timeless. And, you see a lot of the newer shoes, and they don't look as clean as this, in my opinion. And this is something that you can, if you brighten up the colors, it looks dope. If you make it more simple, it looks dope. It's a shoe that can serve multi-functions. I plan to use this for essentially cross-training, which is what one of the intended uses to begin with. But it's a shoe you can wear to work. If you're able to wear sneakers, you can wear it to flex on them if that's what you want to do. So it's got just a variety of usage, and I'm really happy with the way this turned out. really like that Nike is continuing to go back and with their heritage and bring things back. Like, they've done that for a while, but they're putting more care into stuff in recent years, it seems like. Because there was a time where there was a lot. It seemed like there was a lot of care, and then it was the Wild West, where some releases look good, some releases look terrible, and some of that's still going on. But it slowly seems like as retro releases of different products come out, as they approach these anniversary dates, that the designs and the feel of the shoe is getting closer to the original, and just good quality for the consumer, which is what you want. You, as a consumer of these sneakers, like, I want them to feel the way I remember them, and in some cases I want them to feel better. If they can improve something that doesn't break the design process, doesn't change the way it looks too much, but just makes it feel better overall and makes it a better product, then go for it. But I hate when they make changes that are just changes for change's sake, and they don't really help anything. So what are your thoughts on the Nike Air Huarache Runner and the Nike Air Structure? Do you plan on picking either of these two silhouettes up? Sound off in the comments below. And if there's something else that you plan to pick up for summer, let me know that too. But with that said, have a great day, and remember, stay copping kicks.
Sneaker boy, all about them sneakers, boy.